Hello, hello, good evening. Hello everyone. How is it going? What's up? On my side, everything good. Also because it's Friday evening, and Friday evening is very nice because it means we have more time to do what we want to do. And in particular, try to improve a bit of the Unreal version of Plane Shift. Yeah, I think we're making good progress overall. I don't know if you followed the last streams or if you followed, you know, the last videos, but we made good progress. We are working on a banking mission. Banking mission. Banking, why? We want to rob banks? No, not because we want to rob banks. We want to make banks. We want to make our NPC be able to store the money of our players. And in particular, to store the money of guilds. Because storing your own money is not very useful, considering it can be already managed in your inventory. But if you have a guild, you can then share a common banking account, let's call it, or whatever, and you can then share the money. So we were working on the last stream on this. Let me just try to get back our mission banking. Open with paint, yes. Okay, there is the current mission. And yes, let me also open up the chat so I can see whatever you're saying, okay? Which is this one, yes. Okay. And so our mission is the following. Our mission is to build the UI for storage, and this one we did already. Have storage working, this one we did already. And now we are working on building a UI for banking, and then actually converting Bank Manager CPP was an additional mission, and it's completed. So this one actually may go above. Yeah, that one is completed. We converted Bank Manager yesterday, and it seems to be working okay. Bank Manager is the one that manages the transactions in in-game coins and such. Can you tell me if the volume of the microphone is too high? Because if it's too high, I think I can somehow lower it. Let me see. Maybe it's too high. Let me try like this. Is it? No, this is too low. Something like that. Maybe it's a bit better, because I felt that it was a bit too high volume. So maybe I can do this. Okay. Hello, Soup. Volume sounds okay. Okay, nice. So we were stuck on this calculation bank fee script. Didn't have any time to check it before the stream, so we are exactly where we were yesterday night when we stopped. So this calculation bank fee script, I think it should be initialized in bank manager.cpp, I'm pretty sure. And it should be initialized, there it is, it should be initialized there. Now for some reason, bank manager, for some reason this seems not to be working okay. The question is, do we have this script? Do we have this script? We can check. We can check if you have the script. We go under rules and we check math scripts, and under math scripts, yeah, we have it. We actually have it. So why is not working? I don't know. We can, maybe what we can do, we can let me close this. We can compile it again and put a breakpoint here to just see if it's getting loaded properly, and then put another breakpoint here like I did, and we see if there is actually a problem. Okay, and let me maybe recompile it clean, so we restart from a good position. So we are sure, let's say 100%. Then okay, the other thing we have to do that I always forget, and if I forget at the beginning of the stream, please remember me, is that I have to update SVN. Otherwise it may happen like the other day, in which I didn't update, I did changes, and then a lot of the files I modified were conflicted because someone else had changes at the same time. Well, not at the same time, they actually did it before me. So the first thing we need to do is to come here and just do an update, just to ensure that nothing has been checked in for now. Okay, good. So we are at the latest and greatest version. Okay, I'm starting the server. The server is starting. We launch the client as well. And what we want to do, we want just to open up the bank window, and as soon as the bank window opens up, it sends a message to the server asking for data, and this is when it was crashing for some reason. Can I pop this up? Yes, I can. Okay. Let me just check the server is fully loaded. Yes, it seems to be. So we click on login. Okay. Now the lady's here. Yes, she's here. So what do we want to do? We want to yes, we should also restore the proper timing for the game, but so we want to click here on banking and see what happens. By the way, the why we didn't get, I'm a bit surprised why this trigger didn't trigger. Why this trigger didn't trigger? So meaning it's not going through bank manager constructor? It's impossible. Select star from money events. I guess that this table potentially is not in our database. Let me see. I don't remember a table called money events. I need SQL Workbench. Maybe, you know, this, you see this line? Maybe it's just trying to extract data from here and is returning here because money events is not there. Strange though, it means that, let me see, maybe there is. Money event, no, money event is actually here. Okay, so the table is here. Is all empty, which is okay. You think that this thing is failing? If result is valid. What is this? Is valid, by the way. Is valid. What does is valid do? Let me check. Is valid is checking if the result set is different than null. Yeah, I'm not fully in agreement with this return. Huh? I mean, they may not be money events, right? They may not be money events. I will quickly check what we have in production. So if we have any money events, if this table is ever loaded, I think it should be though. Maybe there is at least one to avoid a crash, but so let me go. I have to go in production from another PC just because I want to keep things super secret. And yes, I'm not showing you a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm just logging in. I want to do a select count from money events and see how many we have. We have 0, so the situation is exactly the same. The point is that maybe this check is not correct. You know, maybe in the old code this check was not returning null, was returning because could not load is different than there are no money events, right? So that's the point. So this is what we should understand. Let me try to start it normally and see if this is the problem. I think in the old code we were doing something slightly different, so this may be... Oh, by the way, you know what happened? That I tried to launch my Windows. I tried to open this PC, and what happened is that the mouse and the keyboard were not working at all anymore. So like they were working in the BIOS settings. Like if I press the escape key at the beginning, you go into the BIOS, and they were working perfectly there. But as soon as Windows was launching, not the mouse, not the keyboard were active at all. Also the keyboard, you know, has some lights. The lights were off, so it was like that. So I don't know. I entered into safe mode and I tried to recover, and then at the end I just restarted it and everything was working okay. So why our bank manager is not why this trigger is not triggered? You mean that we are not initializing bank manager anyway? It seems strange, but it could be. I think we need to... Oops. We are not doing it. Okay. I guess we didn't yet. We didn't yet add the initialization code for bank manager. That's it. So we need to do a nice bank manager, new bank manager, and nothing else. I don't think there is initialization code. I can check, but I don't think there is one. I don't think there is the need to initialize anything. PS server, bank manager. No, it's just doing a new, right? That is the old code. It's just doing a new, so no problem. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. Okay, hello Maui. You got a blue screen from starting PS Unreal server? Really? A blue screen? Wow. A blue screen. Well, my suggestion would be to ensure you have enough, let's say, disk space, and because the blue screen is something really bad, like Windows cannot operate, so, and I don't think it's Unreal per se. How much memory you have, how much RAM you have, because Unreal can take quite some memory, and my suggestion would be, if you go in your PlaneShift directory, you go under Content Maps, and then Main World and Iliacum. So if you go here, my suggestion will be to take all the maps that are called Iliacum 00 blah 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 and delete them all. You just take all of this, all the ones that are named Iliacum, and you just delete them all. So this way your server will not be loading these maps, and we will free some memory. Right? Just don't commit, because obviously we need those maps, so that if you have a SVN active, don't do a check-in, or you will delete the maps. But you can delete them, and it's much quicker to start. Anyway, at the beginning you are using only this map, the Hidla 0804. So that is something you can do. The other thing you can do is just to check in Task Manager how much memory is using and if there is anything. And you should ensure that you have MySQL running, right? Because the server needs MySQL to operate. I don't know if you installed it or not, but if you didn't, obviously that may be a problem. Okay, so let me see. He probably wants me to include bank manager. Yeah, for sure he wants me to include bank manager. So we include bank manager, and we recompile. And I think this time it would be okay. Yeah, we just didn't initialize it, so that's why we never initialized it. So he was right. We were wrong. It's fine. We will win the next time. Okay, so let me recompile and restart it, and we will do it clean, so just to be sure, because I don't want to have a hot reload, I want to have a real compilation. So actually, we need to think what to do after Bank Manager, because I think that tonight I will finish Bank Manager. Come on, man. Oops, my bad. We will finish Bank Manager pretty soon, I think in 1 hour maximum. I mean, if nothing weird goes on, I mean, nothing weird happens, I think we should be, because the code is pretty much in place, the UI is in place, so I don't think we need anything else. There may be some small bug, something we have to check, but overall, I think it should work okay. The only thing we cannot test the guild, because we don't have, I think, the guild command working. Maybe we can enable it. Maybe the next thing we do is to enable those commands, the say the player commands, right? Yeah, 16 GB of RAM, should be okay. Those maps, Maui, are just placeholders with a height map. With a height map, and but they take a lot of memory because there is the height map everywhere, and so the engine has to calculate things and is loading the map and such. So yeah, you see now it's running through this, and now it's loading our bank fee. So I think now it should be fine. So I think we can also remove maybe the breakpoint at the bottom. I don't think it's needed. I think we can remove this breakpoint, and we can remove the breakpoint at the bottom. I think we'll run okay. We have it in Visual Studio, so it's good. So if something happens, we can check it. Anyway, Soup, I suggest you to delete the maps, the extra maps, because it's just not needed for what you have to do at the moment. And it's just a waste of time at the beginning to wait that it's loading all the maps. I should do the same, by the way. I'm not using them. Okay, let me see if I can right click, go here, banking. Okay. It crashed. The server crashed. It crashed on the same place, actually. Really? It crashed on the same place. I'm very surprised though, because I think I may know why. Wait a second. Because maybe that the math script environment. No, the math script engine should be fine. Why I cannot see these variables? Why I cannot see these variables, which are the one that I need? I don't understand why it's failing on this line when this line is just a check, you know, that this memory point is not null. I don't understand. So yeah, we definitely have to debug it then. Crap. I was hoping it was solved already. Hello, Tua. How are you? Yeah, making good progress. Did you check a bit of the last streams? Making good progress. We need you to convert the rules with Davide, with Aeon went, no? I need you guys to proceed on the other thing. So let me just check. Can I see this variable? Okay, this variable is completely garbage, but then when I go this, okay, when I go here is now good, right? So now this variable is in good shape. Now for some reason when I come here, this calculate fee, where is this calculate fee called from? I don't know if we have like an issue of client and server, like we did the stupid thing of calling this stuff client side, because I have this feeling. I have this strong feeling that we are sandbank window for sure is inside of this. Maybe PS char is empty. No, it should not be. Okay, anyway, we launched it in debug and let's see what it does. Calculate bank fee, yes. I know it's yeah, there is a kind of a fee that when you are exchanging coins, the NPC is taking a cut. It's taking a piece of it, a part of it. Don't ask me why. That is how it is. That is how we made it. And this script is the script that is actually calculating that. Is the server running or not? Ah, the server was not running. Okay. Okay, it's up now. Yes, the exchange fee, exactly. No, the deposit is free. At the moment. At the moment. I think maybe in the future as well. We will see. Okay, let me see this thing. PS char, for some reason I cannot see the variable. PS char is valid. My bank script, I cannot see if it's valid or not. Why? Why? So on bank manager, oh my god, bank manager is completely fucked. While bank manager is not call function, there is some problem here. No, bank manager is completely bullshit. Okay, I think I know why. I think on user manager there is still a variable which is a local variable that is called bank manager. Do you bet? I bet on this. Yes, it is. We have a bank manager and an entity manager, and both are bullshit. So these two should go away. No, actually, sorry. Entity manager I think is the real one, but bank manager here should go away because we made it global. Let me see if we initialize. Do we initialize it here? Or do we initialize it outside? I think also entity manager should go. Yeah. Also entity manager should go. There is no need for user manager to use a local variable for this. Also this one should go. Okay, we found the bug. Nice. That was quick. We found the bug, so we can recompile and should be fine. Ah, I have the client open. No. Close it. Ah, my server started already. I have 2 clients open. Okay. Haha, I deleted it. Okay, I arrived before this thing started to compile. So we have to think creatively about the new function of the bank. I think, for example, I would like the guild to have a monthly cost, so that you need to pay money to maintain your guild, which will make, I think, having a guild a bit more interesting. If you are not paying the money for the guild will go away. I mean, maybe we give to the people a kind of a grace period of, I don't know, 1 month or 2 months. I don't know. We give them a grace period, but if they don't pay the rent, they lose the guild. Well, they lose the guild house. Then they can the guild stays, obviously. Okay, so we were missing 2 things. We were missing the initialization of bank manager, and we were missing the fact that, yes, this class user manager was still using the old bank manager local variable. Fine. So we rebuild that. Here's the rebuilding. So, do you have any idea for the next steps? What you would like to see? What you would like to see done after bank manager? Because we need another mission. We need another mission very soon. Also because we have a weekend in front of us, and a weekend means that we can do a lot of stuff. I'm really tempted to do spells, because spells are not as complex as combat. Spells, I mean, are a bit more. I mean, kind of okay. By the way, we need Tux to come back. Jerome, you know Jerome? We need Jerome to come back and start to convert all the particles. We really need that. We have 1,000,000 particles for spells, for effects, and we need that to be ported to Unreal. Those basically have just to be recreated in Unreal with the same logic. So if I have an emitter, or yeah, kind of a timeline, like lifespan, something like that. Okay, the server is up. Let's see if we can do it now. Let's see if we can do it, boys. Is anyone on Twitch? I see most of you are in YouTube, right? I don't think that we have viewers on Twitch. I don't think we do. Okay. I was just checking Twitch. Okay, we log in. We go here. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we click on that. Please don't crash. Okay, it didn't crash. Nice. Didn't crash. Now, let me see what we got. Do we get anything useful in this window? Everything is 0, so it seems not, actually. Do I have money? I don't know if I have money. Yeah, I have money. 64, 395, and 0. So, I was expecting to see here. No, but I think we didn't connect it yet, right? We just printed out something. Yeah, I think we printed out something. Let me see if the printout is done. I think we printed something like Trias owned 0. I think we are printing this. Really, we own 0 Tria? I don't believe it. We own 6. We own 6 Trias. Why is saying 0? Okay, so something is not working. Now let's try to do it again. I think every time I open it and close it, it will call this function. So let me go. What I want to see if player controller, right? Request banking. So this one will go here in handle banking. Handle banking is in user manager. We do all these mythical checks. Did I get a message on the console? Because maybe no, there is no message actually. So all these checks should be fine. And then it does a start banking. So I'm assuming we arrive here. I'm assuming we go on personal banking, and so we go inside bank manager start banking. Really? Wait a second. Bank manager start banking is not in this file. Impossible. Ah, okay, is here. It just calls send bank window. I don't know why we have so many redirections, but anyway. We actually have a breakpoint here. So this breakpoint should trigger. For some reason it didn't. So some of the checks are failing, I think. So let's put a breakpoint before these checks, because I have a feeling that this is not working or something is not connected. Okay, we arrive here. We pass all these checks. We go into start banking, which is what we were expecting. We pass also all these other checks. We calculate the fee. We go here, we get the coins. Can I get the value? No. And then we call receive bank view message. And we say sending whatever to the player. So actually, sending bank message stat 11. Yeah. So we are actually doing this. Now the question is why all these values are empty, or I'm not printing it properly. Maybe I'm just not printing it properly, because the value should be fine. My point of view should be fine. We are broke. We have no money. He did the fire at the temple, yes. You're working on spell manager. No, I think you can continue. I mean, I want someone to work in parallel, you know, so if you work on that, I can work on something else. It's as easy as that. You can, yeah, you can work on something else. I mean, I can work on something else. Okay, let me see. Window. What is the window? Is the window banker? Win banker. This one. Okay, we didn't connect something because I think that this message is actually coming to us. Strange though. Is it really empty? Trias is 0. Trias is 0. Well, we have to understand if this one is our Trias or not, because let me check from the code. We are in terms of variables, we are passing in the player money. The player money, we are passing it in the first 4 variables. I think the order is messed up. Is it possible that the order is not correct? Is it even possible? Where does this start? This one starts from the message we receive. So I guess the message we receive, we copy pasted. Oh my god, there's so many functions. I think we copy pasted. Yes, event receive bank view message. I think I messed up. I think I inverted the order of this thing. Because I think I got this UI message and I just copy pasted the order, right? Why so painful to always search these classes? Why they are not alphabetically ordered? Okay, bank manager. I think if we search here, current document, no. Is inside, then if it's not here, is inside messages somewhere. Okay, here it is. I think I just copied this, but for some reason this order is not the right order. This order is not the right order. It's not. Why? I don't know, but it's not the right order. So let me check inside bank manager the send bank window. Okay, so here we do PS GUI banking message. Yes. And should be the same as this one. So these values 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the one that I have banked. But in reality we are passing different values. The one that they have banked are here. Okay. I mean, I think there may be a bug, but then we probably fixed it when we... Let me check client side. Client side, when we received this... Client side, where do we do it, client side? We do it in the bank window. The bank window is here. And here we should have bank UI message, yes. And circle banked, incoming circle banked. No, actually, seems that he's doing it the right way. I don't know. I'm confused about the order because max can exchange 3 is banked, 3 is banked. Incoming EXA to EXA. EXA can deposit. Okay, so yeah. I mean, we can print them all and see what it is, but to me, I mean, it seems to me that the banked are in reality my money, and this one, which is my money, is in reality the banked. So it's vice versa, you know. The reason is that if I look at the code, what we are passing in as the first 4 parameters is actually PS char money. So I don't understand how here it was working. Unless there was a parsing of this message somehow, but it could be, but it's weird. Anyway, who cares? The important point is that we get the right values at the right time. So we don't care about that. Let's start to do the real work, okay? So now that we get the values on the client side, we need to put it in the UI, right? And do we want to also add the exchange fee? Because I think at the moment we don't have the exchange thingy. I think I removed it before for whatever reason. I didn't want to do it, so I think we can also have the exchange stuff. The exchange stuff, I never understood how it works. Do you know how it works, the exchange thing? Because it's like we have another set of circle, octa, hex, and tria, and we can click on the money. But how do you decide the target currency? I don't understand exactly how that works. In particular, I will show you the UI. Is this part here at the bottom? I don't know if it's visible enough. Let me zoom it in. Is this part at the bottom where it's saying this one, where it's saying okay, the fee charge is fine, but then it shows you this. It shows you 1047. What are these numbers actually? Ah, this is a freaking checkbox. I cannot believe it. This thing is a checkbox. It's a super small checkbox. Who the hell will see that? Okay, I understand it now. And it is the maximum amount you can exchange, I guess. Right? Okay, I see. I see. Okay, we can put it in. So we need checkboxes. We need one checkbox for each thingy. Do we want the images again, or do we want just to say tria, you know? Well, we need the number, and we need. Do we want the icon again? I mean, we can, but I don't know if it's really relevant, you know? I don't know if it's relevant, but we can. We can do it. Let's do it exactly as it was. Okay, I'm fine in redoing it exactly the way it was. We should get a grid panel. Yeah, let's get a grid panel. I like grid panels. Keep the things organized. So let's put another grid panel here, and this grid panel we put it down here. And in this grid panel we start to put in all our stuff, like these checkboxes, and then I need the icons. The only problem is that I will need this to be vertically centered. Vertical alignment, middle. It doesn't work. I would like this to be vertically aligned. Okay, we'll figure it out. I think Cyborg anyway will change it, so let's not spend too much time in making things perfect, because it will be changed anyway. So this will be a checkbox. Then we need the tree icon. So all these four I need to copy, and I need to paste inside my grid. Right? The only difference is that I want those to be on a line, and I want my checkbox to be wait a second, can I have the checkboxes first and oh, something happened. Okay, yes, like this. Now I don't know if they are in the right order, probably not, but 1, 2, 3, yeah, I think they are. Okay, so what do we want? We want one checkbox. We want one checkbox and the icon, one checkbox and the icon, one checkbox and the icon, and then on top of that, we want to have a text with the number of, which is the max number of coins, something like that, that you can exchange. This text box is nice, but it's too big. It's really too big. Okay. I would like to move this thing down. This starts to be a bit messy, I have to say, but not the text block. I want to move this down and this left. Okay, good. So this will be the number. So for example, I don't know, 22. We can say 0 for now. So this will be the number and the checkbox and the thingy. Okay. Then we need another one of this. And this one will go to the right. Now, how much to the right? Good question. We need another checkbox. And this checkbox will be row 1, column 2. It's a bit painful actually. Column 3. No. This is column 3. This is column 2. This checkbox, I wanted a column 2. Yes, exactly. And then maybe we can leave some space, you know, between, so we can do padding to the left, and we can do like 10 or even more. We can even do 20. Yes, exactly. So column 2, column 3, this will become column 5, and this will become column 7. It will exist in a second. And we need 2 other checkboxes. I mean, it seems easy, but it's not that easy, yeah? Okay, and then we want, let's say, this checkbox to be 1, 2, 3, column 3, yes, and we want this icon to be column 4, yes, and we want this checkbox to be column 5, row 1, and we want this guy to be column 6, and we want this checkbox to be row 1, column 7, and we want this one to be column 8. Okay, I think I did it. Why we miss a column 2? Oh crap, because the columns start from 0. Okay, so everything should go down by 1. So this becomes 3, this becomes, come on, this becomes 4, this becomes 5, this becomes 6, and this becomes 7. Okay, this is just a way to visually organize the freaking thingies. And here we have a left span of 20. Don't know if it's too much, but let's keep it the same. Sorry, it's not right, it's left. Column span of 20, so we keep it the same between all of them, so they look all the same. Okay, and then we need this number. Where do we want this number? On top of the icon or on top? Yeah, I think we want it on top of the icon. It looks better on top of the icon, I think. So we need these 2 text, we need 2 more, copy, paste, and these 2 text, I would like to put them here, and this one will go here, and this one will go here. Okay, I mean, it took a bit, but now it's perfectly aligned. At least that. Okay, so we will have our number, our icon, our checkbox. Coins to exchange. So there is also this thingy. So we have to say how many coins we want to exchange. Okay. Okay. I think we can do that. So how many coins we want to exchange? So we need a text placed here somewhere kind of randomly with the same font, so 12, and here we can say coins to exchange. And then we need, do we put a spinner? Do you like the spinners or do you want to input? Because this was an input, but we actually have spinners like this. Let's use a spinner and see what happens. If I put a spinner, coins to exchange. Okay. I mean, in theory you can exchange a pretty big number, but okay, let's say that like this is okay. And then there is an exchange button. So the same way we have this, there should be another one, which is exchange. It will stay probably here. Okay. Oops, I punched the microphone. Now the only difference of these buttons is the atlas position for the icon. So let's go and check under textures, icons, icon miscellaneous. No, it's not this one, I think. Was icons UI and exchange. Do we have an icon for exchange? I don't know, this one. This one seems okay. 1, 2, 3. No, 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. So it's 2, 2. 2, 2. So the atlas will be 2, 2. And we will get that icon. Nice. This button will be called button exchange. The other buttons are already okay. And we also want to have an event getting called when we are executing our thingy, our exchange. Right. Okay. There is still one additional thing, which is this one, which is fee charged to your account level. I think we should keep it. I mean, I don't want to change the functionality of the game at the moment. We can remove it later on, but for now, let's say that we can put it down here. What do you think? We can put it down there. We can say what is called fee charge to your account level. I think it's the English is broken. Fee charged is based on your account level. But what does account level means, by the way? Account level? Is charging based on what? What is account level? Makes no sense. To a player makes no sense. I think no player will understand what is this fees based about. Let me just keep fee for the transaction. Fee for the transaction. Okay, so that's probably more understandable. And the fee for the transaction, we need another text, just because we don't have enough. And this will be the actual number. And this will be, for example, 0%, right? I have no idea what is this. I mean, I don't know how it changes, but I think it's the same for players. Maybe it's based on the fact if you're a game master or not. It seems very stupid anyway that we have a functionality which is different only for game masters. So, but anyway, this will be txt fee %. Okay, so we need to populate all this stuff. I thought we were already in a better position. There's still a lot to do. I thought the banking window was finished, but it's not. It's not finished at all. Okay. So coins to exchange. All these things will have to become txt exchange 1, txt exchange 2, and all of them was to be variables because I have to put real values into this. So exchange 2, exchange 3, exchange 4. Okay, I have to put real values. And I would say here as well, all these check boxes have to become check exchange 1, check exchange 2, and so on, right? Check exchange 2, check exchange 3, and check exchange 4. Okay, fine. That is good. We can save it. Check out, yes. Okay. Now what? Now we need to populate this stuff. I want to populate it. So how do I populate this? So to me, the stuff that you have in the bank, I mean, the problem is that they are to me they are the wrong order, but let's put it anyway. So here I need to get all these ones, because also this I need, yeah, all the txt take, and txt give. Okay, these are the names. Oops. So I need all of those. I need to set all of those. So all these ones, can I multi-select? No, I cannot. Okay, good. No problem. We need to get all these thingies. And we need to get also all the ones here below. So txt exchange. Txt exchange 1, txt exchange 2, exchange 3, and exchange 4. So all of this. And we need to set all these variables. I mean, we need to, yeah, we need to do stuff on all of this. Now, let me remove this printout. We don't care about it. Give one. I think it will become a huge graph, but it's okay. So we can do all the give first, and each of these one needs to have a set text. So I need to have this block multiple times. Yes, like a million times. Okay, something like this. I can move this. I can move this. Sorry, I can move this one a bit below, but there's a lot to do here. So I have to connect this to this, this to this, this to this, and actually, the text that comes in is something like circle, because in the original UI we also have the name of the currency. Or not? No, we don't. Do we want the name of the currency? Do we want to say circle 0, hexa 0, octa 0, or just a number is fine? I think I like it like this with the name, you know. I think I like it with the name. So if we want a name, we need to do an append, though. Huh? You are aware of that. So it would be, the graph would be even more messy. So it will be 0 space circles. I think I need a way more space here. Way more space. Because this thing will become huge. Okay. So blah 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 circles, and then exactly the same for other times, with the difference that is circle, octa, x's and 3s, and I connect this, this, and this. Now, yeah, this thing, I need way more space, as I told you, way more space. This thing will be like down here or even more. I will see. Okay, so this should go now into our... Wow, there is also conversion of types that happens in the middle. Okay, fine. And we need to set text, and then go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one. Yeah, something like that. Now, this was just the first block. Now I need to do it for all the ticks they take. And I think I need the same thing, because also for the take we have circle octa. Yes. Can we reuse what we did up here? Actually not, unfortunately. Well, we can copy this. Yeah, we can copy this. This we can do, but this will be different connections. This will be different connections. Okay, so circle octa hexa 3 still valid. Circle octa hexa 3 that is still valid, and take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4. Each one with one set text. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Yeah, I need a bit more space as expected. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. This one will just go, oops, inside of this, 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 and this. Okay. Can I make it a bit more compact? No, I think it's impossible. While keeping the readability, I think it's impossible, so we will just leave it like this. I mean, I can... Maybe I can just go like one step more, like this. Okay. And I need to connect also all of those, so this will be connected, 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 connected. I feel like I'm drawing something, you know, like I'm making a painting. It's not like I'm programming, drawing all these lines and things. Okay, so this will set all of that, will set all of this, and then what? And then we need to populate also the exchange. Exchange 1, exchange 2. Maybe this one we can avoid putting the append, you know, the name of the currency. Yeah, I think we can avoid that. I think these are the max, so at the maximum number that you can have. So I need additional set text for each of them. So I need 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And we can try to compact it a bit like we did before. Yes, like this. And then here we go, connect, 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 and connect. And now I think, yeah, we can go like this, so otherwise the graphs becomes too big. Connect, 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 connect. And now the annoying thing is that we will have to go through the whole graph like from left to right, but it's okay. So we will go circles here. There's also the conversion. Okay. Yeah, it's not the most efficient thing, but Do we want to have something like this, or is worse than? Maybe it's worse. I mean, maybe it's even worse to have it like this. I don't know. Route. And then I go here, and yeah, it's a bit messy overall, but I don't know how to do it differently. Route, and it goes here, and the last one. This exchange window, boys. It looked like it was easy, right? Just 2 numbers. It's not. Okay. Okay. This thing, maybe we can. Well, not much we can do. I think it's fine. Now, we still have another one. We have the exchange fee. We have a few other things. We have the exchange fee and when you want it perfect, but it's not possible. When you want it perfect, but it's not doable. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It looks pretty even. So that goes there, and then we have another thing, which is the exchange fee. Yeah, the exchange fee is actually this number, which is 0% at the moment, and this is 63% fee percent. Ouch! What happened here? I didn't connect this. Okay. I thought I did, but I didn't. Okay. The 60 fee percent. So also we need this one, and this one we'll also need is a set text. In this case we need an append, and because this will be the percentage, the fee is a float. So maybe it's given in 0 point something. We will see. And this goes here. Wow, it's big. Maybe like this. Maybe like this. And what? All these things are messed up, huh? But it's okay. And what do we want to do here? We want to have a percentage, right? And we want to have our number here, our float coming in. So we want to have another route, and this will be converted. Yeah, it will be converted like 1,000,000 times, boys. Maybe this thing, you know, maybe just put it here. And this one is connected here. Okay, so with all this graph, we are populating all those values. Now, the fact if it's a guild or if it's not a guild, I don't think it makes a difference to us when we are populating the values. I hope not. We will see. Yeah, it looks like a circuit board, I agree. Looks like we are doing electrical stuff. It's very nice, I like it. Is nice to build, you know. Is nice to build. I think it looks like a big puzzle of some kind, so I like it. Now what? So when we call this, all of this should be populated somehow with the value that we get. Now the point is that when we click on personal or when we click on guild, we should probably get to different values, right? So let's do that. So that is done. So when I click on personal, maybe I did it already. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, when I click on personal, I just call the same thing we are calling at the beginning. It's not here. No, it's not here. He's not here. Why is not here? Because I think that the begin trading we call it in our plan sheet player controller. No, even better, we call it in our interact UI. That is where we call it. So in our interact UI, we are calling banking interaction. Yes, exactly. And we are calling request banking on server. So this is the same function we should call, but we should call it in our player controller. And here we should do the same. I think we should do the same. We should get our player controller, get the proper window. I mean, get the proper pointer to the player controller and request. So this will be request the data for personal banking, and there will be an identical one, but coming from the other button, which is guild. Hello, Sway. Welcome. And there will be another one which is will be identical to this, with the difference that this one will be guild. So that is request the data for guild banking. Okay. Okay, fine. So when we click that, we receive data and we then populate the window. Okay, let's see what happens, because we did a lot of stuff and I want to see if any of this actually does something. Do we have the withdraw? Wait a second. Do we have the withdraw connected? So if I click on those buttons, what happens? If I click on withdraw, actually we are doing something. What is this thing? Now this one is the one that we copied from the exchange window, so it makes no sense for us. All of this is bullshit. Yes. So why we have this ID? I don't know why we have this ID. Is the ID of the button or something? I don't know. But anyway, what do we need to do when we click on withdraw? We need to get our player controller exactly like we do here, and then we need to call, a function on player controller, which I hope we already have. Maybe we don't. No, we don't. We don't. We don't. So we need to add a new event, which we call the request. Let's say deposit withdrawal. I think I call it exactly the same as I call it on the. How did I call it? Because I tend to be pretty consistent with myself. I name something, let's say, how did I call it? Because if he has the same name, I may mess up. Crafting, banking. Oh, we didn't create it yet. Okay. Because we only have request banking, and we have the receive banking message, but we don't have the middle one, which is the one that sends out the request for the withdrawal of deposit. So which is similar to request merchant buy sell, basically. It's similar to this. Now it's not identical to that, but it's similar. So this will be request banking deposit or withdrawal, and this one will be called, yeah, I think we can call it as I called it here, and here I will call it on server or something like that. On server request deposit withdrawal. Yeah, I think it's okay. So this is the request deposit withdrawal. We have to be sure that this one is replicated to server and is reliable. Now we need to understand the parameters though, because this thingy we'll have to call our bank manager. I don't think we have to go again through user manager. I think we can go directly through bank manager here. Let me see. Handle banking deposit withdrawal. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So the signature should be this stuff, minus the client, because the client we generated on the other side. So it should be something like this, right? Yes. And it returns void. Yes, it returns void. And so here at the bottom of our plane shift, no, base mode, no, plane shift controller, we add this new function here, these parameters, and we want to print out something because as usual we want to know if you're going through that, and then we will remove it one day. The day will never come, so probably this will remain there forever, but it's okay. And then here we do bank manager, whatever we called it, no, whatever is called is handle banking deposit withdrawal something, handle banking blah 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 blah, and here we pass in the pawn, and then the boolean deposit, the guild, the circles, the octas, the excess, and the 3 years. Beautiful. And this returns nothing, so we assume it works. Now having done that, we need to hot reload this and call it from our blueprint. So let's hot reload it, because I want to call it from here. So which kind of parameter this thing should have? Well, actually it should have exactly all these parameters. Yes, should have all these parameters. So this function should have 2 booleans and 4 integers. So the first boolean is called deposit. The second boolean is called guild. Then we have the first integer, which is called circles, another one which is called octa, another one which is called hexa. So bugs in this piece, in this part of the code, can make the people rich or very very poor, depending on what is the bug. So if I mess up circles with tria, can really mess up things, you know. Okay, so all of that is fine. Now this thing is still compiling. Yeah, still compiling, but meanwhile it's compiling, I can call this function from my Windows UI, my Windows here. And so if I'm asking to withdraw what I can do, yes, I also need to know if I'm in personal or if I'm in banking. Personal or in guild, so I need a new variable here, and this variable will be called is guild banking, is a boolean, and the default value is false, correct? So here I will have to do a branch, because I will have to call that new function request banking, no, request withdrawal something. Yes, this one, but this one will have different parameters based on if we are in personal banking or if we are in guild banking, right? Right. So here we need to take this, do a get, do a branch, and with this branch connect it here, connect it here. Now if it's through, no, we can do much easier. We can just connect this here. Yes. And deposit or withdrawal. Deposit or withdrawal, I think is the button that we are clicking. Yes. So if it's this function, deposit should be false. Now circle, octa, excentria. Good question. So this one should come from the spin box. The spin box. So we need to name this spin box somehow, because this spin like this is really shitty, Rhinos. So we do spin. We actually have two, right? So we have spin withdrawal 1, and then spin withdrawal 2, and then 3, and then 4. And down here we will have the same, but we will call spin deposit 1 deposit. You know, boys, this is a tough job. You're thinking it's easy, but it's not easy to make a game. So let's make a game. Let's have some fun. Man, making a game is not very fun. I mean, it's fun, but it's also tough, you know? Okay. So we saved all of that. So now we need to go here and get all our spin boxes, which I guess are by default. Yes. So we get, and we have to get the value, whatever is the value. Now we need to be sure that the value that we are selecting is the maximum, the value that we have. Otherwise, you know, people can withdraw more money than what they have, so it should not be good. How do I get a value of this thing? I want to get the value of the spin box. Widget. Get. Is there a get value or get something? Get value. Spin box. Get a current value of the spin box. Yes. Exactly this. So so I need 3 other get value. It's a bit, it's kind of big, but okay. I need this, I need that, boom, 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 and here, and here, and here. And then we need to convert from float to integer, yes. Because the spin box, where the spin box is a float, I don't like the fact it's a float. I want a spin box which is a number, which is an integer. Ouch! Ouch! We didn't consider this. We didn't consider that. So the spin box is automatically a float. That is so bad. That is so bad. Okay, who cares? For now, we will leave it as a float, and someone else, meaning Cyborg, will make it pretty. Because I think it will change the control anyway, so I don't think it makes sense for me to make it perfect now. I need to make it functional first, and then we see the UI, you know. So it will truncate it anyway, so we will get a rounded value as a result. Okay, so this is the thing for withdrawal, and I need the same actually for deposit. I need exactly the same, nearly identical for deposit. Now the question is, should I make it parametric, that I have a variable and I call the same function? Maybe. Well, it's not too much, but it's this thing. Copy it down here another time, and what is changing is all the spin boxes, which are not these ones, right? Yeah, not these ones, but are the deposit spin boxes. Deposit, get, and down here. Okay. So this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And then in this case, yes, deposit should be flagged, and guild is anyway flagged based on what we selected. Now, this is guild banking. We never set it up, so we need to set it up. Whenever we click on personal or the other one, we should there is only an issue though. The issue is if the player clicks quickly and one message arrives before the other. That's a bit tricky, eh? Anyway, I think it's okay. For now it's okay, but there may be a kind of a concurrency problem. It might be. So we just want to set this one to guild when we're clicking guild, and not guild when we're not clicking guild. I mean, when you're clicking personal. Okay, good. I think we have pretty much this thing done. Oh, you're speaking in German. I can speak in French if you want, but not in German. So, okay, let's save this. Now, did our compilation fail, or yeah, it failed. It terribly failed. Cannot access protected member declared in bank manager. Ha 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 ha. Protected. Ha ha. Ha ha. Protected. Ha 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 ha. Protected. Okay. We remove it from protected because we need it to be public, because we have to call it from outside. And yes, we didn't do the exchange. We didn't do the exchange, huh? This one is missing. This handle banking exchange we didn't do yet. I mean, we can do it. So there will be another message like this one, which is definitely blueprint callable. Is requesting the coins exchange, and will be called request banking exchange. And in terms of parameters, it should take guild coins and coin. Guild coins and coin. Right? Guild coins and coin. So this one we can implement at the bottom of everything, like here, and is obviously part of. No, I'm on the. I'm in the wrong class. I'm definitely in the wrong class. It's not here. It's in here. Right. Okay. I was adding it to banking, but I have to add it to player controller. Okay, so this thing is exactly like this, or very similar, with the difference that request banking is request banking, the pawn is the same. This one should be called, like we said, handle banking exchange, and as parameters, it will have guild coins and coin. Yeah, guild coins and coin. Okay, so we implemented this one as well, which is basically just calling functions that we ported the other day. So I'm not doing anything fancy, I'm just calling functions that we ported. Just 1 second, I want to turn on the light because I'm in complete darkness at the moment. Complete darkness. Okay. And I also want to get some blank. Not that, not that, Okay. Okay, I'm back. I will just go with some plain water, which is always nice. So it's compiling. Let me see. Pointer to an incomplete class. Well, incomplete class, I don't know. You want me to include bank manager? No problem. We will include it. He compiled anyway, but I was complaining about it a bit. Okay, so it compiled. Now, being a hot reload means that now we should have. Okay, this monster. I think I should. Where do we place the exchange? So these two thingies, we move it a bit down. And this monster, I will comment it as receive data from server, receive banking data from server, something like that. Okay. So if we want to do the exchange, no, let's first finish the other one. So request banking, we did it. Now we have to go in player controller, and now finally I should be able to call here my new method, which is request deposit withdrawal. Now it should be 1-to-1 in terms of parameters, if I did the things right, but seems I did, so it should be fine. And yeah, request deposit withdrawal to server. And now we need also to do, we need to have an exchange. So this will be request banking exchange on server, and the parameters are the one that we just defined. So guild coins and coin. It has to be run on server and reliable. So this will be guild, which is a boolean, and then coins, which is an integer, and coin, which is also an integer. And this one will be called, well, this one will actually call request exchange. Okay. And the parameters are 1 to 1. So this one will be request exchange coins to server. Okay. Now, one piece we miss is to connect. Yes, is to connect this one to our UI. We didn't do it yet. We need a player controller for sure. We need a player controller, and what else? What else we need? We need to get the number of coins. The number of coins. This guy has it in another spin box, which we call the spin exchange. Spin exchange. And spin exchange is a variable already, so we are good. So we need to take spin exchange, get the value of this, and this value will go, we will call, let's do it from here, so we have it request exchange. No, typical mistake. Request exchange is this one. Okay, and now I don't know what to connect. Now I don't know what I have to connect, unfortunately. Because I don't know exactly what that function does. So why we have these two parameters, coins and coin? Because one is the currency. Why we didn't call it currency? But I understand now. So coin is from 1 to 5. I mean, how does it work really? Let me see. Exchange funds. Yeah, switch on coin. So coin is actually the currency. I would prefer it to call it currency really, because currency is more understandable than coin. But and is a kind of a 1 to 5, so so we should get our checkbox, and based on the checkbox that is flagged, that is checked, we will decide a coin. I was drinking. Actually, this is an enumeration. We could make this enumeration. We can make this enumeration 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0, 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. We can also leave it like it is. 0, 1, 2, and 3. So, yeah. So what do we have to connect? We have to connect coins into this, which is the easy part, and then we need to connect I mean, we need to see which one is the checked spin pin box, no, the check box, and based on the one. So if we should do something like if this is checked, I think that is like is checked or something. Yes, is checked. So we should do something like if this is checked, then it's a bit annoying this thing, but is there a better way to do it? Is there a better way to do it? Actually, I don't know. I don't think so. Because here we have to do, you know, a pretty big. We basically have to set a variable. The easiest would be to set a variable and then set this equal to the variable. Yes, I think so. So let's do a new variable, which is an integer, which will be called currency, exchange currency, which I like it a bit more than just coin. This would be an integer, and then here we do a set. So we need to do a branch as well. Yes, we need to do a branch. So if this is checked, I think I need a million more space. Like really much. And really much to the right as well. And this will become at the end kind of in the middle down here. So this branch should be if exchange 1 is checked, then I set the currency to 0, assuming the 0 is circles. I have no idea because I don't see the icon, so we will find out. If it's false, then I check the exchange number 2. And same thing, if this is checked and this is true, then I set my currency to 1. It's a bit painful now. And then everything will go here, and here I will use get exchange currency, and I will put it into this. Right? So yeah, it's a bit messy visually, so that's what I don't like too much, because it's a sequence of branches. Another way I can do it is that when you click on it, yeah, maybe that's better. When you click on it, it set the currency. Yeah, I like that much more. Much more. So when you will click on this one, which I think there is a kind of a state change. Yes. When you click on this one, we will set our currency. So if it's checked, we do a branch. If checked is true, we set the currency to 0. And then we do the same with all the others. So we avoid all that mess in the... So we do it up front. And it is the same, exactly the same. Oops. And the currency will be 1. And so on. I still don't know why we have the currency in plane shift, actually. I don't know even if it makes sense, but let's say we have it and we keep it for now. I don't know if it makes sense, really. I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's fun to have a currency in the sense that it feels a bit more roleplay to have different kind of currency and different kind of coins. I think it's nice. You can drop them on the ground as well, and they have different shapes. So, but okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this one I think we can make a bit more compact, just for clarity. And yes, and this one will be, if you want to put a comment, will be define or set, whatever, set exchange currency. Okay, so this will set the exchange currency. When we click on it, if it's false, it will do nothing, obviously. Then now when we are here is much simpler, because when we are here we already have the currency set, so it's perfect. We don't have to do any of this. Nice. And yeah, we just need exchange currency and that's it. Much better. Much better, boys. Okay, so we do this, so we can move this back to where it was, just to keep things organized. Okay, so we so we have this done. And yeah, I was thinking the exchange window was much simpler. It was nearly done, you know. So I said it will take maximum 1 hour, but I was underestimating the fact we are still missing a lot of pieces, and also the exchange piece was missing, and a few other things were missing. So okay, the population of the UI as well. So now, if this works, we call this method here, and then we call this method here. Okay, I think we are fine, right? I think we are fine. Let's see what happens, which is the fun part. Let's see what happens. Let me save everything and close everything and recompile clean and see what happens. Okay, I will delete this. Should we launch it? Debug? Yeah, let's launch it debug, because maybe it will not work at the first run. It will probably not work at the first run. Okay, it's still compiling. We actually have no viewers on Twitch, but I will continue to stream also on Twitch. I mean, we are streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, but why this window is different this time? Why this window is different? I think it's Windows 10. Could be. I don't know, it felt different for some reason. I've seen it a million times, but it felt slightly different. Yeah, I think it's the Windows 10. That trick that he did for the keyboard and mouse scared me a bit, you know, because I was not having any keyboard and mouse anymore, so it was very hard to actually. I mean, I couldn't do anything, and I couldn't access my PC anymore. But then, again, going to safe mode and getting back kind of worked. I don't know why, but it worked. Now we have 2 people on Twitch. I guess some of you just went to check. Some of you just went to check and say, what is going on there? When I said that. Okay. So as soon as the compilation finishes, we can do some tests. Should compile okay because we tested it already in Visual Studio, so it should start up. Yes, it's starting up. Starting up, and launch the client as well. We need to make the splash screen one day, because at the moment that PS Unreal is like the default splash screen, which is named as the project. But obviously we can do better than that. Okay. Let's go in. Hello. Some debug, but we don't care at the moment. We just run through that. And what did we get? We got some information. So we got 395 circles, 4 octa, 0 hexa, and 6 tria, which I think is correct. Because if I look at my character, it's basically the same, right? 4 octa and tria, hexa, octa, circles. Where is the truth? Which one is the truth? Because this one is saying something slightly different. It's saying 6, 4, 395 and 0. This is 6, 0, 4 and 395. I think I'm making, as I said, people rich or poor based on how... I think we don't have 395 circles. Think we have, but anyway, let's try to deposit something. Okay, let's try to deposit something. Let's try to deposit this thing that is a that is a floating point is not really good, but okay, we have to change that. Let's try to deposit 3 trias. Okay. 3 out of 6. Let's see what happens. Okay, it did not crash. In bank, 3 trias, you see? I think it kind of worked. Boys. So let me try to deposit one more. Maybe I will remove the debugs now, but deposit 1. Let me remove this debug because it's just annoying. I deposit 1 and now I have 4. Let me try to deposit something that I don't have, like this one. Okay, so this one I go 0. Oh my god, no, we have to change this floating point because it's so annoying. Spin box is a good idea, but I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we should just be a normal. Okay, let's try to deposit 4 of these ones. You cannot deposit more than you have, you see? It's kind of working. Pretty cool. I have to put this to 0 again. No, I will probably change the spin box to normal text boxes. Because the spin box is cool as an idea, but bad as I mean, it's not very user friendly. I mean, I can still type. I can still type in a number, but what is the point of having this? Probably nothing. So let's try to deposit all the octas. So we deposit 4. In bank 4. And if I deposit the circles, I want to deposit 15. 15. Okay, it seems working anyway. So let me try to withdraw. So now I have 4, 4, 15 in the bank. Now I don't know if this is wrong. Maybe this one in the inventory is wrong. But I have 4, 4, 15. So I have no. Let me go to 0 maybe, so it's easier. I go to 0. Deposit the last 2 trias that I have. So now I'm 0 and 6. Now I take 2 out of the bank. Boom. Yeah, it works okay. It seems to be working okay. We can check if on the server side, you know, we have the right money, but I assume we do. Because it is reading back the player information, so... Now, let's try to click on personal. Handle banking. Let's remove this breakpoint. I don't care. So if I click on personal, it says 15404. Okay, if I click on guild, you cannot access a guild bank account without being a member of a guild. Holy shit. Okay, he's right. He's kind of right. I just would like to know if I have 380 circles or if I have 380 trias. That's what I would like to know. I have no idea. How do I know that? If I go in my character... let me just close all of that. Maybe trade we can close as well for now. We are not going to do trade soon. Well, maybe we are. I don't know. Okay, so if I go in my character is 116. Is 116. So if I check this guy, what is the money that I have for real? The money I have for real is 380 circles, 0, 0, and 2 trias. Okay, so 380 and 2. So this one is the right one. Now, let me reopen my inventory. My inventory is not updated, which is very bad. My inventory is not updated, and also this list is completely fucked up. Because it's putting the 380 in the octa and not in the circles. Okay, anyway, it's the inventory window which is broken, it's not the banking that we are doing now, so we will fix it later on, but this one is definitely not correct. Now, if I look at my bank, the bank money is, starting from the circles, is 15404. 15404. Okay, I think it's good. I think it works, boys. We just have to check if we want to keep this freaking spinner, but why shouldn't one should use a spinner? I think no one will use the spinner. I think you just type in whatever you want. So if I try to withdraw more than I have, we said that it works, right? Ouch. He crashed. He crashed after I clicked on guild and came back. So I did guild, come back, guild, come back a few times, and he messed up. You know. Check if the player has permission to use the bank account of this guild. So this get guild membership probably is returning nothing. I think we need to add another check here, which is this. So if get guild membership is actually returning a valid value, otherwise the has rights will crash. I think. Yeah. I think we have the same check somewhere else, because I remember these two checks were kind of made twice in user manager. No? Okay. I thought they were, but Yeah, there was not the same check. Okay. So I think this is the only change we need to do. So just to ensure that all the variables are okay, and then we can go in. But I think it's working. It's basically working. At the moment it's working. You can exchange money back and forth. So very happy about that. We still need to clean up few things. Okay, so it's not fully clean at the moment. You guys happy we have banking working? You should. You can now exchange money. By the way, I connected them randomly and they are okay. You know that there was this kind of swap between player and bank, whatever. I just connect them and they are in the right sequence. Which is pretty cool. So, in this window, there are a few things that I want to fix. First, I missed some spaces. So I need a space here, space here, space here. Okay. So it's a bit more clean. The other thing, well, the guild versus personal. I don't think we can do a preemptive check, so maybe I should make myself part of a guild so that we can test it. Because at the moment we are not testing that piece. You know, at the moment we are just assuming that it works, but I think it does, by the way. So I should create a guild and make myself a member, and then avoid that the guild gets disbanded. Is there a guild already in the database? Maybe there is one. Let me see. Guilds. Yes, there is this one, Insomniac Developers. Created in 2002. Ah, pretty good. So, who is a member of this? So the ID is 4444. So I should check if my character somehow is a member of that. I think he's not, but we can make him a member immediately. Okay, 4444. So now we are guild level. I have no idea. Let's say 9, which is the maximum, I think. Yes. So this way, this character is part of the guild. And in terms of guild money, this guild has, yes, has 1111. I would prefer if he has 1, 2, 3, and 4, so at least we see in the UI if he's correct. Yes. Okay. And what else? Nothing else, I think. You were banking on it? Hello, online cop. How are you? How are you? We are proceeding here, huh? We are proceeding, making big steps forward. Big steps forward. We have NPCs wandering around with some NPC AI. We have banking working, storage working. We have new stats and skills. We have a lot of stuff working now. So compared to when we spoke the first time, we really did a lot of progress. We made a lot of progress. Okay, so I don't know if I wanted to fix something else. The only thing was probably the compilation of that piece where we have the check, because I don't want it to crash, you know. I don't want it to, I want to be sure it doesn't crash. So I know it's a bit annoying because we have to wait a compilation, but I will recompile it clean. Yeah, we also have day and night cycle. Oh, about day and night cycle, maybe we should fix the timing, right? Because I changed it so that 1 minute is 1 second or something like that, and was not I just did it to test the NPC AI. But I think that now we can put it back to what it was. I don't remember where is it. I think it was under globals. No. Was the definition in PS Unreal? No. There was something like minute. Something like minute. Let me check minute in all open documents and see what happens. There is a definition. Common admin data time. There is a definition somewhere. I don't remember what is it. Remember there was a description where I said something like there is the game time in minutes. Wow, minute is everywhere. I searched minutes and I found like a million. Here it is. Game minute in seconds. This one. So this definition I changed recently. Well, not recently, but I changed it. And okay, the server is up, by the way. Let's start the client so we test just the last few things that we did. What is it? Ah! Script. I just moved the whole source directory. Anyway. PS const. Okay, PS const. You see, there is a game minute in seconds. 1 number of seconds per each game minute. 10 seconds real time advance in 1 minute in game time. So this one was 10, I think. It was 10 and I move it to 1. Right? So where is this PS const? Is under util. Ah, okay, under util. Let me just check the previous version, but I'm pretty sure it was 10. PS const. We can show the log and check. Let's say open this version. It was in May. Yes, it was 10. There it is. Game minutes in second. Okay, it was 10. Then I changed it to 1. So I think we can put it back to 10 because otherwise the day passes so quick that it will become old very very soon. No, I mean we want it like this. Okay. So let's check if now it doesn't crash anymore when I switch between personal banking and guild banking, and also check that now that I have a guild, in theory I should be able to click. So now in bank I have 15404. If I click on guild I have 1 2 3 4. Perfect. Let me just check that the circles are 1. Yes, the circles are 1. Okay, so the mapping is correct. Now if I want to take some of my money and put it in the bank for the guild, right? Maybe we should have a symbol saying that we are in the guild now, but like guild money, or this one should become highlighted somehow, but okay. So let's say I want to deposit 10 circles for the guild. Boom. He exploded. Okay, it's good that we tested it, because for some reason when you try to send money to the guild, it's crashing. Okay, let me see if I see from the log file. Yes and yes and yes. Maybe I see it already from the log file, because when it crashes it prints out the stack trace anyway, so it should at least. Seems it didn't. I don't see any printout. Okay, so we launch it in debug mode and we see what happens. Okay. By the way, if you are new to the channel and you want to subscribe, that would be nice. So the next time I go live, you will see a small notification. And I mean, subscribe in YouTube and follow on Twitch. So you will see the notification and you will see when I'm live. I'm trying to be live as much as I can, but unfortunately, sometimes there is also other stuff I have to do, like my job. And so is I cannot stream every evening. Okay, the server is up. Let's see if now client. Let me see if now, well, it will crash anyway, so it will crash again, but at least we try to understand why it's crashing. I think it's one of the checks again on the guild. I think there is some information that some piece of that code is not being ported properly, and so it's crashing, but it's okay. It should not be, I don't think it should be a big thing, because the code by itself is pretty simple. I mean, it's just few numbers that are going through client and server and it's storing it in database. So it's not really complex piece of code. Does the debugging information describe where the crash come from? What do you mean by debugging information? What happened? Our server crashed? No, our server is running. Why? Yeah, there is a crash log. Well, there is not a crash log, there is the server log, and usually the server is printing out into the log the crash information, so the stack trace. Don't know exactly what is happening though. Now the server seems to be running, but I think I found the problem that we had. It's checking if we are within bounds of a specific area, and I think it's looping forever. I think it's looping forever. For int I equal n I plus plus. Well, actually, it should not do it, but it should not loop forever here. Check within bounds. You know, it's doing some checks. There is a while not check within bounds. Yeah, I think we are in a kind of an infinite loop here. I have this feeling. Yeah, most likely. Can I skip this? We will have to check because this seems to be broken. And it is when our server is not properly answering. It is because it's trying to move an NPC in a specific area and is failing to find a resolution of that. No, the looping is not making it hang. The looping is just that the server is busy doing the calculation continuously. So the client cannot connect anymore. Because it's just busy doing that like 100% of its time, right? But it's okay. I mean, this is a completely other part of the code, so I think at the moment I'm not caring about that. But we have to remember, you see, she moved. She's not here. She went somewhere. Ah, she's there. Hello. Hello. Okay, so if I... So what I was trying to do, I clicked on guild and I tried to deposit something in the guild and it crashed, right? So I said like 10 and then I went deposit and boom, connection lost. Wow, that's interesting. The server is just going down, it's not even giving me a breakpoint. Holy moly. Well, actually, he's saying this. He's saying couldn't save guild's bank money to database. Okay. Fatal error, query was empty. Okay. So I think we exit by purpose. So we decided to quit the server if this thing fails, because it should not fail. Now the crash is at the server level, is on the server side. It's not a database. Database is fine, but it seems that we are why it doesn't find it? He printed out something. He printed out couldn't save guild's bank money to database, so I should find this error in the code. Okay. Let me do current project. There it is. It's inside guild info. So it's coming here inside guild info and he's trying to execute this. Update guild, set bank money. Yeah, we need to understand what we are passing as a bank money, because maybe we are passing a bad value. Probably here we are passing a bad value. So let me go here and see. By the way, bank money, where is it coming from? PS guild info. Yeah, because actually we didn't port the code for guilds yet, right? So maybe what we can, I don't know, we can try to see why it's failing, but it may just be failing because guilds doesn't exist yet in the game. I mean, have not been ported fully, and so probably this bank money is empty. I tend to think that this is the case, because let me check this save bank money. Save bank money is coming from here and it's putting into this bank money. Adjust circle, adjust octa. Okay, so he's probably trying to get this information. But I'm not sure if this guild info is valid, you know. Probably is not. I mean, we can follow it. We can go from our bank manager when we are trying to save that transaction and just follow it. Yeah, he transferred 10. Yeah, so unfortunately he removed it from my character. So because this is why the server is exiting, you know, because is a major issue. I mean, it's something that it should never happen. And that's why it's just shutting down. Because he actually removed the money from the character, but he was not able to put it in the bank. So the money was actually destroyed. Our 10 circle were destroyed, unfortunately. So we destroyed money. He saved only the change to the player. He saved only the deduction from the player, but he didn't save the addition to the bank. I mean the addition to the guild bank. So that's why. So I think we can just stop here and say is from here down, right? Yes, it's from here. Why I have so many clients open? I have 2 or 3 clients open. Okay, so let's restart it. This is the place where he's doing the job. So if he's a guild, he's trying to deposit fund in the guild. He will go here. We just check if our guild is actually valid or not. And there may be some part of the code which is not working because we never tested this piece. We ported it, but we never tested, so it makes sense that it may be bugged. Easily bugged. Easily. Okay. Our client is already up, so we can try to log in. Then we have to remember to fix that other part, the one that is looping. Okay, yeah, this window stays up because we saved it as being up. Where is the lady? She's probably back at the shop. Hello. Okay. So if we go here, we click on guild. We want to deposit 10. You see that they removed it from me because it was 370, now 360. So I want to deposit this. Let's see what happens. He's trying to get the guild of this character. Let's see if this guild is valid. Yes, actually the guild is valid. It's Insomniac Developers, Planeshift.it. All the information is okay. And the money, the bank money is 1234, so it's correct. It's correct. Now it goes inside of this and is basically removing the money from the character. So this one is actually, we've seen that this one is working. Then is doing the same on the guild, and this is the one that we need to debug because this adjust money is not working. Okay, so it goes here and bank money is 1234, so he's trying now to adjust it. In fact, he moved it to 11, so it's correct. So he added 10 circle, and now he goes into save bank money, which is actually down here. Yes. Let me see what he's trying to do. Yeah, by the way, this freaking sequel is not correct. Okay, I see what is the problem here. There is a missing equal here. It's pretty interesting that it still works, but here there is a missing equal. It's pretty fun that it still compiles, but yeah, okay. There was a porting problem. Okay, so we have to stop it and recompile. So now it should be fine, I think. Bank money. It's pretty amazing that it was not a compilation error, you know, because I basically mistyped instead of doing the equal. I did a comma for whatever reason, but a comma works. You know, it can still compile. Kind of funny. Okay, so with this, I think should be fine. Let's recompile clean and see. I will launch it in debug, but so sorry, it was a dot, not a comma. It was a dot. It was between SQL and F string. So there was like my string dot F string printf, which is pretty funny, but it was like this. I can show you if I go while it's compiling. Anyway, we have time because it takes time to compile. If I do a diff, yeah, look at this. It was something like that. It was SQL dot F string printf instead of being SQL equal F string printf, but it was still compiling okay. Pretty crazy bug. Yeah, because when I'm porting the code, sometimes I do it pretty quickly, and here I just mistyped, which is okay. And online cop, if you have any time and willingness to help, I think there is a lot to do. I mean, we have many areas that can be improved or fixed, or so if you have the time, let me know. If you don't have the time, no worries. We will complete this anyway, no matter what. Okay, the server is up. Client. Yeah, I think it will work now. I don't think. I mean, the code is so simple. You know, it's just storing some numbers in the database. So there is really no reason why it should crash. We should also check the exchange, because I think we connected the exchange piece. The exchange coins, the one that you click on one currency and you get your money exchanged. Okay. Yeah, we have the problem that the window stays up even if it should not, but we're gonna fix that later. Okay, so I have I want to give another 10 to my guild. I already tried 3 times. I always lost money. This freaking guild is stealing money from me, but let's try again. Okay, this time it worked. It's now 15 circles, not 25. Why 25? I don't know. 25 circles. If I give another 10, it's 35, yes. If I want to give some money that I don't have, like I want to give 5 of this, it's saying that I cannot deposit more than I have. So it seems the message seems to be okay. And if I want to deposit my only 2 trias into the guild, it becomes 6, it becomes 0. So everything is working okay. Okay, good. Now let's try to do the coins exchange, which I don't understand exactly how it works, but let's assume I want to change. What does this mean? 166. So if I select this one and I say that I want 6 of those, I'm still on the guild side, but I don't think it makes any difference. I want 6 of this one, of the octa. Actually, something happened. I mean, actually I have 6. I have 6 octa. I think I got money from the guild for the exchange. Yes, I got the money from the guild to do the exchange. If I go into personal, seems to be identical. Guild. No, wait a second. I was in personal. I was in personal when I did the guild thingy. Still 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy shit. Ready? Okay, let me give 10 again. You cannot deposit more than what you have. Okay, so the guild officially doesn't work. The exchange seems to work, but the guild is still 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I do 10, it says you cannot deposit more than you have. I mean, I have 330. Come on. Ah, the trias is 2. Okay, okay, 0, 0, 0. There was this one. This one, it was still... Okay, 10 to the guild. 10 to the guild. Go, go, go. Just do it, please. Yes, it did it. 10 to the guild. And 10 to the guild. Yeah, it's working anyway. Let me do another 10 to the guild. Boom! Now I want to exchange... What I want to exchange? I want 1 circle. I want 1 so if I do 5, what happens? You cannot exchange this much. Okay, if I do 1, it works. So I get 1 circle. Okay. I mean, I'm not completely... I don't think I understand completely this thing, but... Like, why I can exchange only one of the... Why now is 0? Why now I cannot exchange any of this? And if I select this one, which is the tria, right? If I select the tria and I want 1, so it should be 1 to 1, so nothing should change in theory. I get 1 tria. I got 1 tria and I got it from the other currencies. I mean, let me go personal, okay? Let me go personal. So let me go to the guild. Let me put all my trias into the guild, so I have 0. So I have 0. Let me put 310 into the guild. So I have 1. I want to have 1 1. I want to have. So let me put 5. Okay. In my inventory is 1 1 0 0. Okay, so super easy. Super easy. Now I go personal. I see that is my money. And I see I have this in my bank, but who cares about the bank? Now I say I want 1 tria because I don't have, right? I don't have in my inventory. So I say I want 1 tria. Well, the point is that I could just get it from the bank. But let's assume that for whatever reason if my bank is empty, I don't know. So I want 1 tria. So if I want 1 tria, what happens? It's 1 1 0 0. Look at that. 1 1 0 0. It becomes 1 1 0 1, but I got some money from the bank. Okay, so basically the bank is giving me this tria, but it's taking a 4% out of it. So, but why I should not just get it from the bank myself? What's the freaking point? Like if also the bank didn't have any, and is converting the 2 octa, you know, because this is the point. So let me do something. Let me get let me get 11 tria. So the bank is 0. Then I put everything into the guild. I put 12 into the guild. So my bank has 0 tria. Okay. My bank is 0 tria. My bank is 0. So it cannot give me 1 tria. That's impossible, right? He can give me 1 tria only if he converts the other money somehow. So let's try to ask for 1 tria now. I ask for 1 tria. So it is 33,200, eh? Aha. 33,140. Okay. Okay. I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense. So it is converting the higher money into the lower one, and so it's taking this fee of 4%. I think it's a very nice feature. I think no one ever uses it, but it's pretty cool the way it was done. But I think it's completely useless, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I like it. We don't need it, but I like it, and now is all supported to Unreal. You know? It's a bit useless, but okay, we put it in anyway. Nice. Can we say that this thing is working now? I need that for quests. Yes, because whoever invented quests decided that instead of asking Tria, they ask for Octa, you know? So why the freaking NPC is not just asking for 50 Tria instead of asking for, you know, 1 Octa or whatever? I mean, it was invented just that we had to program this thing. I don't know, but I think we can. It also has a working UI. Yeah, I think what we can do, we can make this something useful, in the sense that we may decide. I mean, we may change this wall thing and make 4 currencies, which are actually 4 currencies, not that they are, let's say, one a multiplier of the other. But let's imagine that instead of this, I mean, I'm not going to do it now, absolutely, but just for the sake of discussion, just to have fun, 1 second. What I'm saying is that the way we can make it useful is if we decide, 1 second, I have to sketch it, otherwise I cannot explain it. If we decide that instead of this, there is the it's too big. There is the Kleros money. There is the crown money, you know, and there is whatever, the ancient Lanx masked coin. I don't know, whatever, and something else, and there is the underwater Noltrir weed coin, which is green, by the way, and so maybe, I don't know, the Kleros money is used in the first 2 levels, you know, and the crown money is used in the 3rd and the 4th, and whatever from the 6th, which is underwater, we use this other one. I mean, some NPC uses it, you know, because you go into a city which is very, very, very far away, and they use a different kind of money. Then this thing starts to become useful. Right? This thing starts to become useful. Now, do we need this? No. Do we want to do it? No. But anyway, could be an idea. Because at the end, everything is counted in trias, you know. If this doesn't exist, if Circle, Octa, and Hexa do not exist, it's perfectly fine. I mean, we don't have any We don't have any drawback, you know. It's perfectly fine. It makes things a bit more complex and more real, you know, because I think the whole thing about roleplay is that you believe somehow in the world where you're living, and which is a bit the same of real life, by the way, right? So you have to believe a bit. And so the same way when you're role playing, you believe that you are there, and so seeing different coins, I think it makes it look more real. Because in reality, in every country, you know, there is this kind of thing. I mean, you have the 10 euro coin, you have the 5 euro coin, you have the 20, you have the 100, you have the so you know, so it makes sense. It makes sense in reality, but in a game is a bit of a pain. But we decided to do it anyway. Okay. Good. Can we consider the banking is done? I think we can consider banking is done. What do you think? I mean, it has to be tested a bit, but we are not here to test everything, right? I can test off stream, I can, you know. So, I think yes. I think we can consider mission to build the UI for banking done, and we consider the mission to have banking working done as well. Yay. Do you want to hear a GG? Did you hear the GG? I can do it again. Okay, so yeah, it is done. I'm very happy it's done. Done. Banking. Why we ported this? I don't know, because it was doable. Now the big question is what's next, you know? What should we do next? You have to think about it, because tomorrow I will be here again and we need another mission. We cannot stay without missions. I mean, our life is made of missions, so we cannot stay without a mission. We need a mission, whatever it is. Our life is full of quests. We need a quest. By the way, it's pretty cool. I see the shape of the lady inside the character. No, somehow if my mouse is on top, it shows as a shade inside the character. If I release the mouse, it goes away. Interesting. Okay, anyway. I like this window. It's a pretty cool window. There's a lot of icons. The spin boxes are totally stupid, but it's fine. We will remove the spin boxes, I think. Personal and banking has to be improved a bit, but I think it's okay. I mean, maybe you should highlight, you know, the one should become gray and the other should become golden, something like that. So GG. So what we should do next? I mean, Soup, when you will finish the porting of the spells, the spell manager, how much time do you think it will take it? If Soup is still here. How much time do you think it will take you? Let me see if he's online. I think he's offline. Yeah, he went offline, I think. Let me check. No, he's still online. Soap? Spells I think will be interesting, you know, because it doesn't require full combat, but just requires me to like be able to click on the lady and then somehow cast a spell, you know, which is usually just doing damage, or I mean, it's all stuff that we already have, because actually a spell is doing nothing else than than executing a script, and our scripts are already working, so I think it will work. I think the math script removing health from another NPC will already work. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it may work already. So we just need to port like the spell UI. We need to put the spell UI. We need to be able to have glyphs, but glyphs we can have already, because if I do /item arrow, you spawn the arrow to your inventory, and if I go in my inventory, sorry, the inventory is completely messed up, but it will be fixed. Now I have an arrow glyph, right? So I can already spawn glyphs. Yeah, the icon are fucked up, but I can already spawn glyphs in my inventory, and I can, yeah, then I need the purification, I need the UI. Yeah, maybe we can build a UI. The guild stuff. The guild stuff, what do you mean by the guild stuff? Really the guild panel? I mean the guild panel, the one where you decide, you know. Maybe we can have we can use the commands to invite to the guild. Because I think if I do invite, it's not working. Invite is not a register a command. The guild is not a register a command. So I think, yeah, maybe the next thing that we should do, we should enable the other commands, because actually there is a bunch of other commands. Don't even understand exactly where they are at the moment. I've seen them. I mean, starting from the simple /who, you know, I think /who doesn't work at the moment, right? If I do /who, now you see, /who is saying is not a registered command. By the way, this red color is terrible. It's very hard to read. /who. So why /who is not working? That's pretty strange, right? /who should be working. I think it's because we just ported the admin commands, but not the player commands. You see, like this thing, which is called user message, user command message. This thing. Who, body, position. Well, position I added it myself, but admin, spawn. Well, spawn is an administrative one though. But like, okay, attack, queue, roll. Yes, also roll, right? Roll we don't have, I think. If I do roll, no. So yeah, the next thing I would do is this. I would just enable, I have to see where all these commands are, and I will enable them. At least I will enable the also marriage, you know. You cannot marry anyone because there is no freaking command for it now. Yeah, the character creation, yes, the customization one is to be created. But for that, I need someone to create all the windows. I don't think I should be the one creating the windows, because I'm not saying it is an easy job, but it's maybe easier, you know, and someone else can do it. While maybe porting this stuff is a bit harder, and so I want to dedicate my time to the hardest part, and then maybe someone can create the different windows for the character creation, and then when the windows are created, I can connect it to the code. So I'm trying to do the stuff that is more annoying to do, more you know, harder to do, and no one else wants to do. The monkey work. Where is our monkey picture? The monkey work. Here it is. I found it. Doesn't want to open it though. Some monkey work, you know. This part I think I should do. I don't want to do it, but I think that if I don't do it, no one else will do it. So that's basically the why. Um, but okay, so yeah, I think the next mission will be to ensure that these commands are at least recognized, and then obviously not all of them will work, but yeah, but some will. For example, there is also the bank command, right? Slash bank. Slash bank is doing nothing else than opening the UI that we just did, and there is also a command line for it. So I think that all of this should we should understand how it was working in the old code. But I don't want to do it now. I will do it tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Good. It was a good evening anyway. It was a good session. So we completed this mission. Everything seems to be working okay. Maybe even better than the previous one where you had no guild. I mean, clicking on admin in the old plan shift was doing nothing. So I had to do slash guild in the slash bank guild in the command line, and then it popped up the right thingy. So super annoying. So now in Unreal we have a better version of it. Our storage is done. Our chest is full of money. Yay. So with that, I think I will go. We'll probably play some video games, and I will see you tomorrow. I don't know if I will stream in the afternoon or in the evening, depending if I have to go shopping or do something else. But let's say between afternoon and evening, I think I will stream. Yeah, I may update the roadmap. Yes, I'm updating it sometimes. But yes, if you have access to the wiki, you can do it yourself if you want. But I will do it. I will do it, boys. See you.